All right, how's it going, everybody? I'm Kenton, owner of Train to Hunt, and I want to address scaling during workouts. I understand that everybody who is a member of traintohunt.com isn't going to be in the same physical condition. Some people are going to be stronger than others, some people have more endurance than others, some people are going to have really strong movements, and others are just going to be starting a new program and haven't worked out maybe ever. So what I want to say is that just because you can't do, say, the Predator version of a workout, you guys, it's okay. Those workouts are actually meant to be a dangled carrot, per se. The Warrior program is something, again, that is really for more of the advanced fitness gym rat, per se. And the Brave, even the Brave workouts are pretty advanced. I try to make them so that just about anybody can do them. But again, I understand some of you out there are having a tough time with even the Brave workouts, and that's fine, you guys. I just want to say that you can scale the workouts any way you see fit. What I would caution you to is that don't make them so easy every time that they're just a breeze to get through. It's okay for probably 4 to 8 weeks to really feel like, man, that was pretty easy. But after that, you want the workouts to feel hard. So after the workout, you want to feel like, man, that was really tough. That really pushed me to the limit. So with that said, I want to go over today's workout that has handstand push-ups, a really advanced movement. Pull-ups, another really advanced movement. And then kettlebell swings, sit-ups, and burpees. Now, not everybody's going to be able to do handstand push-ups. In fact, probably just a handful of you out there are going to be able to do that. There are other varieties of push-ups that you can do that will help you get to a handstand push-up. The first one is called a 90-degree push-up. You just put your feet on a chair and then make a 90-degree angle with your body, hips up high, and you're just going to be pushing straight off the ground, touching your head on the ground every time. That's just going to take some of the weight off of your hands and allow you to do the handstand push-up, a version of it. The other version is the regular push-up. That's the next hardest version. And those two are pretty close, like the handstand chair push-up or the 90-degree push-up and the regular push-ups are probably pretty close to the same. They're just hitting a little bit different angle. But some of you may be only to knee push-up, which is fine. If that's the hardest push-up you can do, then just stick with the knee push-up. And others who are just starting to work out, you may need to do an incline push-up where you just set the bar up nice and high and stick your chest out, shoulder blades together, and then go down, touch your chest on the bar, and push away. No matter what push-up you are doing, you want to make sure that you keep a tight core. As you get stronger with the incline push-up, you can just lower that bar down incrementally until, before you know it, your hands are on the ground and you're doing a regular push-up. Now for the pull-ups. The pull-up, again, is a very advanced movement. The hardest pull-up you can do without adding weight is a strict pull-up. And then there are other varieties of pull-ups that I don't really want to get into too much because kipping pull-ups are great coordination, power, and I'm not saying I'm against the kipping pull-up, but I know that for some of us that have any kind of shoulder issues at all, that's going to be a non-option. But for those of you that can do a kipping pull-up, that's just fine. Another variety of pull-up is really the down-under pull-up is really your other option, unless you have a band. And unfortunately, I don't have a band here today. I'm going to be ordering some so that I can show you what a banded pull-up is. And all it is giant rubber bands that assist you in your pull-up. Until you get a band, just do the down-under pull-up. Now I'm going to show you a couple varieties of the down-under pull-up, a couple of them being really hard. The first one is the hardest version, and that is feet elevated down-under pull-up. In this pull-up, your feet are elevated on a chair, a physio ball, a medicine ball, and you're basically flat or parallel with the ground. You're going to make sure, again, you keep your shoulder blades pinched, chest up, You're going to come up, touch your chest, and then return to the starting position. Make sure that your back stays strong, your legs stay straight, and you're not using your hips to kip up. The next hardest one would be the same bar level, feet on the ground, again, shoulder blades back, and chest up. For those of you that aren't ready for that advanced of a down under pull-up, you can always just raise the bar and do your down under pull-ups that way. You could get that bar almost chin high, and then it's super easy. You're only probably pulling about 10% of your body weight at that point. So that's a variety of pull-ups that you can do, and every time pull-ups come up, you can scale to whatever pull-up you can do, but is the hardest for you, is the hardest version of the pull-up that you can do. Now kettlebell swings. Kettlebell swings are a posterior chain movement. It's meant to strengthen your lower back, your glutes, hamstrings, shoulders, traps. Okay, this is not an arm movement. This is, if you have a pumped bicep after this movement, you're probably doing it wrong. This movement is done basically in the hips. You're going to grab onto your kettlebell and you're going to keep your back straight, back arched, shoulders back, head up, and you're just going to pop those hips, which is going to throw that kettlebell up and over your head. Keep your back nice and straight. Notice that I'm not bending over, and at no point is my face towards the ground. I'm keeping my head nice and high, chest up, shoulders back. Now, some of us have shoulder problems or shoulder injuries, and it's perfectly okay if your kettlebell swings are not quite straight over your head. If you can just pop that kettlebell up just high enough to look just underneath it or eye level, that's fine, because again, this isn't supposed to be a shoulder workout or a bicep workout. This is really a posterior chain and hip power workout. You can also do a kettlebell swing with a dumbbell. Pretty simple. You just grab it with one hand, wrap the other hand around your first hand, and then all the other motion is the same. Strong back, pop the hips, which puts the kettlebell towards the ceiling, pop it over your head, or just eye height. Again, if it hurts, don't do it, you guys. Just listen to your shoulders and body, and if you get some pain, then it's just don't do it, okay? The last thing we're going to go over is the burpee. There's been some questions about what a burpee should look like. Really, you guys, a burpee is from the standing position, go down, lay flat, chest on the ground, and then return to standing position and jump off the ground just a little bit. There's a ton of ways you can do this. You can squat down, throw both feet back down, back behind you, do a push-up, jump back to your feet, and then stand up in one motion and do a little jump. But as you get tired, obviously today's workout, there's 70 burpees. You may resort to kneeling down, getting your feet back, laying on the ground, and then what I call warming up and get into your feet any way you can, and then stand up and do a little hop. All of these varieties are acceptable. Obviously, you're going to want to try and do as many of the hardest version of a burpee as you can before you get to the point where you're just going to have to revert to just an easier version of the burpee. Burpees are really just meant to move your body efficiently, and it's the longest distance that you can move your body depending on how high you're jumping. So it's a challenging workout. It's a great workout. My wife and I did it together. Obviously, we're not doing the exact same workout, but she scaled just a little bit, and we finished like a minute and a half apart. So if you get really good at scaling, you can work out with just about anybody. I used to tell people, if you are good at scaling, you and your brother and your grandma can all work out at the same time and finish just about the same time. All your workouts will look a little different. You'll all hit the same muscles, but you'll all finish about the same time. So today's workout should be somewhere between 15 and 20 minutes. Tackle it, and if you have any questions, you guys, make sure that you're emailing me at Kenton at traintohunt.com. And if you need some equipment for your home gym, that icon on the homepage of traintohunt.com that says Rogue, if you click on that link, it will kick you to the Rogue store and you can buy all your equipment from Rogue, and that's where I got mine. It's sturdy, it holds up, and you won't be disappointed. So good luck, guys, and let me know if you have any questions.